Like I'm from LA, right? And from Los Angeles. Never cut a head ever. And mom's packed up me, my brother, and we moved down to Louisiana culture shop because I was wearing like Chucks and Dickies and T-shirts and Troops and Pumas with fat laces. And I get down to Baton Rouge, and these kids at the schools wearing like penny loafers and jabots and polo shirts. Because in LA, we wore hats, so you know, we get fresh. We just get Maccabuess or something, and our cat had curls, or they got all these fresh cuts. I'm looking at it, and it's just like a culture shock. I'm like, wow, this is different. When we lived in LA, mom used to give me a couple of hours and I run down to the barber shop, get my hair cut. But it wasn't until I started, cutting my own hair because I couldn't go to the barber shop. I felt more confident about, being in this new environment. You know what I mean? And that's basically how it started. I had to keep up, with the Joneses or whatever you want to call it. And I don't even remember where I got the clippers from. I think my nana gave me the clippers. I don't even remember where I got the clippers from. And I started cutting my head. And it's like, that's nice. Maccabuess L. Butler, born in Los Angeles, moved to Sacramento, California in 1994 to pursue his dreams in becoming a barber. Since then, he has defeated all obstacles and has made his way in the barber business in Sacramento. On his journey as a barber, he has worked at 11 shops. I'm going to go around and take you to 3 of the main ones. So sit tight. Welcome to Maccabuess Life with Barber. So let's fast forward to 2018. This whole strip behind me has been transformed into something because we have the King Stadium, which I'm going to show you later, back over there. But this whole section has been transformed into something else. That used to be the Woolworth. Right here behind me used to be where the California State Barbering College was at. And I remember walking down the street with $200 in my pocket. And out this door right here came the legendary Mama D. And I was talking to her about getting in the program. And I told her I had 200. She said, give it to me right now. This was kind of like the start back in the late 90s where all the barbers got their start at the Sacramento Barber College, located right here. Times are changing. This is downtown Sacramento 2018. Looks much different from 1994. A lot of construction going on. New faces on new buildings. Change is good. Same thing in the barber industry. A lot of change has been going on since the 19th century. We went from basic cuts to designs. We went from curls to cavadas, flat tops to afros, to braids, to dyes, to dreads, to dyes and dreads, to parts, to dyes and parts. This is the barber gang. Now back in '97, when I got my I started at this place right behind me. It's called, this was where Fade Masters used to be at. It used to be called Fade Masters. So back in '97, when I got into barber game, this Ace liquor store has always been here. We in 2018, that's over 21 years that liquor store has been there. But this has transformed. Right now, I think Mocha owns this shop. Mocha is one of the premier barbers in Sacramento. I think she owns this shop now. Then you got Twist and Beauty. But back in the day, both sides was just one big shop. It was They had Vicky over here, and then the male was over there. It was just one big shop. And all this right here was nothing but field. That was just, you could see straight across to the street right there. That was nothing but field. And that used to be Sunny Slope Apartments. They changed the name, still same old apartments. This is basically where I got my start at. I used to cut on my porch around the corner over on Sky Parkway. And a guy named, they got something going on around here. You got the police helicopter in the sky, police keep rolling around. But anyway, and I cut a guy named Cooley on this other street over here called Flooring. What's his name? Cooley used to come get his hair cut by me on my back porch. And he was like, I know a guy who needs a barber, man. And that's when the apprenticeship program was like $250. And both of my grandmothers pretty much invested in my craft and my business. So that's where I started at from 97 to about 98. So that was this is very crazy, man. Sunny Slope. Been a lot of changes. So that was my start, man. And worked there for a while until I left. And like I said, it's been a whole bunch of barbershops. I only, showed you a couple of premier ones, but there's been a couple barbershops that I've been through. And but this is the start. It's crazy. I always wanted to be a rapper, I'm getting hella busy for being right here. But cutting hair is just always, rapping didn't pay me right then and there, so cutting hair was it was my way out of the streets. It pretty much saved my life. God had a plan for me. The old people say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him what you got planned. Well, he had a plan for me, and it wasn't rapping. So yeah, I've been cutting. I've been doing this for a minute, and it literally saved my life. On the drums. See my boy Tweet down here on the drums, so I'm gonna go down here and speak with him. Hey, man. What's up with it?
this is Beast Move. First off, Beast Move got my haircut over at Better Images on Northgate.
I'm on the corner of 34th and Broadway, where I used to work at. It's been a lot of, like right now they got this gentrification thing going on with Oak Park, because Oak Park is normally the place where most of the black people hang out, but now we got coffee shops, and I don't know what that is over there, and home gift and clothing, and another coffee shop, and coffee shops down there, and coffee shops over here, and bars over here. But it's where I used to cut at, where Miss Cassie Gordy gave me my start after I had my licensing issues. Cassie Gordy gave me my start here. So this building right here used to be Final Cut. Right here, if you go up here, that building, I used to call, rest in peace, I used to call Smokey back when Bammer was cracking. And after I get off work, I come out here and I yell at him, Smokey! And he throw me down the 5-sack of Bammer. It's now a bar. Things have changed around here. I mean, the bank is still here. This was the front door of the Final Cut. This is the front door. That was the window of Final Cut. And right here, it's called Arthur Henry's now, but back then it was called the, I can't remember. It was an old bar that was there before. It had a pool table and everything going on and everything. And this over here was actually the Goodwill was over here. So as you can see, they revamped the whole area. I think those are apartments up there. Turned this into a bar. But basically, yeah, right here is the door where I got my start, or where I got my restart. Thanks to Cassie Gordy. She used to take care of me. Rest in peace, Miss Deona. But she took care of me. And so I'm trying to get back on my feet over here, and I was waiting on, because what happened was, Melvin told, after me and Melvin fell out, he told that I was cutting hair in my garage. He used to have pit bulls and everything tied up in the garage. And yeah, board ended up coming over to my house. And they ended up putting me out of the program for a while, but I had to wait on the answer first. It was on Trent and some other barbers, but it was a hurtful thing for me not to be able to cut hair, because I couldn't even go in the barber shop, because that's what I've been doing all my life, is just cutting hair. So I couldn't even go in the barber shop, let alone, you know, be around it. So I kind of stayed away from the game, worked on my cases, and so I got my license back. I think it's getting better. I mean, who wants to live in a, in a violent neighborhood? So as you can see, right behind me here, it's a building closed down. Right here was called the Hot Spot. It was barbering, beautician work. It had yoga down there. It had tanning booths down there. And was working with a lady, Sabrina Paglioni was her name. And I came over here because it was a lady, black lady by the name of Michelle, who was looking for a barber, and I was looking for a change. I was trying to get into the downtown area because I knew they was rebuilding downtown. So I came on over here. Michelle took off on us, and Sabrina ended up giving me, she ended up revamping the whole thing, her father and her husband. And she ended up giving me a very big portion of it for a generous price, for a very generous price. Thank you, Sabrina. And it lasted for a while. I started, let's see, down this way is the Sheraton. And when the Kings had games down here, I go over here and I pass off flyers to the opposing teams. And I had a friend that worked at the Sheraton, and what he did was he put the flyers on the players' beds for me to let them know I was right here around the corner. So I've cut some Cavaliers, who else? Some Bobcats. All right, I'm just lying. They were the equipment managers. Clubs down that way, and so I guess the owner knew that, and so he ended up buying this place here. This place was always a gallery too. Was purchased by an owner, and that's not the type of business he wanted in there. So he's pretty much got up out of there. It's still empty. So we had tanning booths all back here. Way back there was my station. You go down there. You went downstairs. I mean, it was a nice area. I had a lot of people coming around. We're almost coming to an end of a new chapter. I've been here for about 11 years. I'm cutting right here at this station right here for about 11 years now. I used to change my youngest daughter over there at the at the shampoo bowl when she was a little baby. There's a lot of people that passed away that come through here. It's been a lot of changes through here, you know, but since I've been here, it's been like Sam, me, Ryan and Jay went and did their own thing, and still got T and Ray. We got Lady V and Young Ray over here, but let me see. Used to be a wall right here, and had a little peekaboo screen you can see right here. And my boy Sheen, he used to sell clothes back here, clothes, t-shirts, drawers, umbrellas, shoes, recording studios, whatever you think of. Sheen had it back there, and they kind of covered it up right here, but through there it was the wall to kind of get through it. So now, you know, after 11 years, it's changed a lot.
After the emancipation, black-owned barbershops were owned to serve black clientele. That was the beginning of barbershops as a sanctuary for black men.
When he was here, I watched him help a lot of these kids grow. A lot of the kids turned out good. A lot of them so-so. A lot of them still working on it right now. All four except for a few of them, all of them are good kids. I watched a lot of them grow up through middle school, elementary school, graduate. Some of them now bringing me their kids. You know, it's crazy. We used to talk about Thunder. We used to talk about, you know, cartoons, and now we're talking about 420 and whatnot with that. Yeah, they bringing me their kids and stuff now. So it's crazy. It's been a long time. I always go places and I feel like a rapper, but I always go places and everywhere I go, the kids always be like, Daddy, everywhere we go, somebody know you. Everywhere we help somebody know you. You know what I mean, through cutting hair and just being me, yeah. Through 11 shops through Sacramento, yeah. I come to meet a whole lot of people. I'm actually have a small medium lead role in a movie coming up. Routine Stop, you know. So stay tuned for that. And I have my own documentary coming out about motorcycles, whatnot, what have you. We're not gonna get into that. Doing a lot of writing, movie scripts, short movie scripts here and there, and so now I'm into I have a business with a couple friends, Money and Mel and Mike and them, and we kind of started up a business now, dealing in motorcycles and selling motorcycle merchandise and you know, t-shirts, apparel, and things of that sort. So we trying to get that cracking, and I don't think as bad as my back hurts at 42, I don't think I ever quit cutting hair. You know, I might slow down a little bit. I always stay to current styles. You know, I always try to keep up with current styles with equipment and styles, and that's not a problem. But yeah, I don't think I'll probably die in the barbershop. I don't know.